Hello and welcome to the 31 Flavor Journey. I am Ben Kaysen, your host, here with three very special guests in the Wake Up studio today. Kiana Garnier on the left. She is the manager. Is that your official title?
Yes, I am the manager of the Southside Baskin Robbins and the Pueblo West Baskin Robbins.
Both of them?
Yes.
Wow. All right. Double duty. And of course, Renee and Joe Prutch, the owners of Baskin Robbins, PJ's, Prutch Garage, to name a few of the many things that they're doing. They're back in here. You want to check out the first episode of the 31 Flavor Journey that came out a couple weeks ago, talking about, the Prutches and their role with Baskin Robbins. You'll want to check that out, especially, the big story going on with Renee actually working there and, dating Joe at the same time and now bringing it back to Pueblo. You want to check that out. But this episode is more focused on Kiana and her experiences at Baskin Robbins. So we'll just kind of go ahead and break onto it. So Kiana, how's it been working at Baskin Robbins?
It's been amazing. This has definitely been my favorite job so far. I've worked in retail and in restaurants, and this is definitely my favorite.
All right. Your favorite. Can you tell me a little bit why?
Yes. So I quickly worked my way up here. I found that it was pretty satisfying to me to clean the entire store and to kind of take responsibility and have people, do their work too. So it was just nice to, it's been great to work my way up and see that I do have potential to be something bigger. And it's been really nice that they did see my potential, and I'm getting nervous.
Oh, don't be nervous. You're fine. You're doing great.
And she scoops a mean scoop of ice cream.
She scoops a mean scoop of ice cream. That's good.
Yeah, she won my heart when I seen her clean, and I was like, that's my girl.
Oh, yeah. So my mom actually used to work at PJ's, and she recommended me for the job at Baskin Robbins. That was really cool. I have my mom working next door and then me at the other store.
Okay.
So she got me this job here, and then I've been here for 2 years now. This job has been amazing. I was there 5 days a week. I was actually able to buy one of my first cars with this job.
Congratulations.
So that was really great. Thank you. Yeah, and I love that car. It's been great.
So what was that like for you guys then, Renee and Joe, to see her, work your way up with you guys and then now buying a car? How's that feel on your side?
It makes us extremely proud. It really does. To see how hard Kiana works for us, and she's earned every opportunity that comes her way. So we do. We're like proud parents of all of them. And so when we do see them growing and advancing, like Kiana said, she got her car, and it just makes us so proud to have them all do that.
Absolutely. That's fantastic. So what's that like then, managing two stores very far away from each other? Take me through that. What's the average day of Kiana look like when it comes to two stores going at the same time?
So typically on a schedule, I try to do every other day at every other store. So
Gotcha.
That way I kind of can have a foot in both store. A lot of the times if I'm working at Pueblo West, then I'll have to drive out to Prutch's and get stuff from Renee. And then I'll check in on my Southside store, and then I'll go back to Pueblo West and drop stuff off, and then vice versa.
Well, the car's pretty important then.
Yeah, it's a good thing I got that car.
That's cool.
She's working on the next car.
She's working on the next car. I love it. So can you guys talk about, Joe and Renee, I know we talked about it last time a little bit, but I just want to touch back on it. Why is it important to you that your employees have a good experience with you and working at your stores? This goes for PJ's and Baskins, but we'll focus on Baskins for this one.
And it's nice to see the employee enjoy their job and see their growth in their job, and they enjoy it. And it's fun to see the smiles on their faces, and it really shows that they're enjoying their job and appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I want them, this is a stepping stone for them. So as they grow and they move on in their careers in different professions, I want them to look back and say, that was a great experience. I did learn what I needed to learn to become a better employee in whatever job that they choose to go into. And we're really seeing a lot of our employees, they're going to college or whatever they're choosing to do, and they're becoming successful. So again, we're just so proud of all of them. And so to be able to give them that opportunity to balance work, balance school, balance sports, church, whatever they're involved in, and to see them balance that, it's amazing. And we're grateful that they do that.
That's so cool. So Kiana, what was your first role whenever you started at Baskin Robbins?
I was a crew member. I was the daytime person, so I worked Monday through Friday opening shifts.
Gotcha.
That was kind of hard for me because I am not a morning person. So coming in
either.
at 10 was rough. But I've definitely gotten used to it.
Coming in at 10 was
10
rough.
a.m.
10 a.m. Can you imagine?
That's a rough one.
That's funny though.
Sometimes I had to come in at 9. That was even harder.
That's brutal. Yeah, no, like here at Wake Up, we had to, I'm the same kind of way. So this summer I was kind of working on my own, doing my own stuff. So, you know, the way that my process would work, I would be working late at night and late into the night. So I got into here and Matt was like, yeah, I'll be here at 9 every morning. And it took me a couple weeks. So I get that to be like all excited about 9 a.m. So, if you know, obviously starting there and you've been, you know, scooping ice cream and being a part of it for a long time and growing and seeing all that, do you have any like favorite experiences that you've had of like, you know, maybe a kid coming in and ordering an ice cream and like being able to see that like happiness? Like take me through what that feeling is like.
It's really cute seeing the kids come in and like putting their hands up on the glass and looking at all of the ice cream.
Yeah.
And just getting so excited because they see that. And then it's so cute when they like go over and see the sprinkles and stuff. And they're like, can I please get sprinkles? And then it's just so cute with seeing them with smiles on their faces. And then afterwards, they're all sugared up running around the store. It's pretty cute.
And send them home with their parents.
Yes. They're not staying.
Yeah, you're like, it's pretty cute for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit. For me, at least. Not their parents, probably.
So what then is your go-to flavor?
For me or for kids?
No, for you.
For me, I typically like our flavors of the month the most because they're only in seasonal, so you only get them for a little bit at a time. My favorite flavor that I've tried so far is our flavor of the month right now, winter white chocolate. It has like white chocolate ice cream and chocolate covered cherries. It's really good.
That sounds really good, actually.
We've tasted that also, and it's pretty good.
What do y'all think? Yeah.
I think we've tasted over 100 different flavors.
That's okay.
Yes.
That's the perks right there. Those are your perks.
I think we had some last night, right?
So let's talk. I know you mentioned like when it comes to seeing now Kiana growing and doing what she's doing. Talk to me about your end of it for Joe and Renee to see Kiana managing both of the stores. How's she doing, and you know what's that process been like?
Yeah, I'm going to give an example. This morning, Kiana and I had to be on a Zoom meeting with corporate,
Gotcha.
Baskin Robbins, and they have chose our store in Pueblo, Colorado to be a training store. And usually what you do when Joe and I first got the franchise, we had to go, or I did, and my daughter-in-law, Crystal, we went out to California for 4 weeks of training. Wow. But due to COVID, they're not allowing that. So they're choosing stores to become host stores. And then part of their training will be virtual. They'll be on Zoom and they'll be doing it with different people within the organization. So Kiana and I and a few other stores that are going to be doing this training, we were on that. So she's getting to see the business side of it. She's seeing the corporate side, and she's learning all of that. And so again, that is going to go with her on her resume, her experience,
Sure.
wherever she goes. You know, and even if she chooses to stay with us or chooses to stay with the brand, there are so many awesome corporate jobs that exist inside of there. So it's never a dead end. You know, there's many opportunities that exist. So it's exciting to see that she's able to join me on a lot of that stuff on the business side.
Yeah. So what's that going to practically look like? Are you guys going to actually have, you know, people that are trying to train coming to Pueblo to be able to see what you guys are doing? Or is it going to be Zoom handled? What's that going to look like?
No, so our individual, his name is George. He lives, I believe, I want to say Washington.
Okay.
But he's going to be opening up his store in Cheyenne, Wyoming. And they actually chose to come all the way to Pueblo instead of some of the Denver stores for
Wow.
the training. They chose us, and they, you know, selected myself and Kiana. Due to the work experience and the work ethics that we show and the hard work and everything. So we're proud to be able to do that. I'm really proud of Kiana because she's going to be playing a really big role in this of doing the training when he comes in.
Gotcha. Take me through your side of that, Kiana. Are you excited about that?
Yeah, it really meant a lot that corporate was thinking of me, and he even said that I'm doing great and that he wanted me to train it, and that meant a lot to me to know that we are doing so good that he wants us to like pass our knowledge on to other people. So I'm really excited to get him in and then train him and help him open his franchise.
Sure. So take me through Kiana, what it's like relating to the other employees at Baskin. So I know I've heard a lot of experiences from a lot of managers. I have friends who are managers of just like normal fast food joints and they don't like it because you're just picking up normal people and bringing them in. I already get the sense from talking to these two that the culture there is much different than like a McDonald's, for example. Take me through like what's that like whenever you have new people coming in and you're the manager and you're getting them into work?
So typically when we hire a new person, I try to welcome them in as best as I can. And I really like to get to know them, like where they went to school, like their favorite color, their favorite ice cream, all that. I like getting to know them and really welcoming them into the store because most of our crew is like, they are really tight and they are all friends. So it's really cool like seeing like more people join in like our friend group. I feel like we're just a big friend group.
Just a big friend group. So do you guys like hang out outside of work?
Some of them do, yeah.
There you go.
Sometimes we do. It's fun. And then we have our Christmas parties and we have like our meetings, which are like kind of like hanging out with your friends. Renee will buy us breakfast and then we all just kind of hang out and talk. It's really fun.
What'd y'all do for your Christmas party this year?
So it was different. Normally we go out to like a restaurant and then exchange gifts, but we did our Secret Santa within the store. So we all exchanged gifts and then we did a potluck. So we all brought in our own dish.
What'd you bring?
I brought in store-bought muffins.
All right. There you go. Someone's got to do that.
Yeah, right? I asked them, I was like, this is really good. How'd you make it? And they said, my mom made it.
There you go. That's cool. So yeah, I mean, Joe and Renee, how is it seeing like she mentioned, like, you know, Baskin's, it's more of friends with the workplace, seeing them actually be friends and work together and not just coming in and getting your paycheck. How is that on your end, seeing that?
You know, it's truly amazing because the first day when they do walk in, they're shy, they're quiet, they really don't know anybody. And a few months down the road, I'll go in there again and I see they're just all getting along. And that makes me really happy because I want everybody to be treated equally and nobody is going to treat anybody disrespectfully or anything at all. So we really have that culture in our store. And if we do have any negative, we address it right away because we want our store to be like a safe haven. You know, there's so much stress and so much else going on between school, COVID, whatever else they have going on in their lives. I want them to be able to come to work and let it all go. Yeah. Enjoy your job. Have fun with the guests, interact with everybody. So that's really what we try to maintain in our stores.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's great to hear. All right. One last one for you, Kiana. So we got Joe and Renee in here for the last episode, and they were talking a lot about how they're adjustable to, like, you know, the goals of their employees. So they were talking about like how they would adjust their schedules for whenever you have school going on or sports going on. How have you seen that practically day to day there at work?
Well, I do make the schedules and I have them turn in their availability so I know when to schedule them. So if they have a game, I'll make sure I don't schedule them on it. And it's really cool seeing them come home from their games and being all excited that they won it. And it was kind of different this year because like sports were getting shut down and then back up again. But it's still so sweet to like see them come back from their games and be all happy. And it's really cool seeing them like go off to college and stuff. And then when they come back, they tell me all about their college like times. And it's cool to see them grow. And like Renee said, they are super shy when they come in and then they're all scared to talk to customers. But then after a couple of weeks, they're like able to make jokes with customers and like talk to anybody without any shyness. And I think that's really cool to see them grow.
Awesome. That's great. Well, it definitely seems like your stores are in very good hands with Kiana.
Absolutely. We're so grateful to have her.
And guys, thank you so much for coming in. So yeah, where are the Baskin Robbins locations? How can we get to them if you're here in Pueblo?
So we have one on Prairie Avenue. It's right off Pueblo Boulevard, one of our big streets on Pueblo. It's right next to the neighborhood Walmart and Prutch's garage door. And then our other one is out in Pueblo West. It's right by Walgreens and Safeway. It's a little tricky to get to now because of the construction. You just kind of have to go around a little bit.
Gotcha.
And next to PJ's Coffee.
And next to PJ's Coffee. Good deal, guys. Hey, thank you guys so much for coming on again. This has been the 31 Flavor Journey brought to you by Baskin Robbins of Pueblo. This has been Kiana Garnier. I think I said that right, Garnier. Thank you so much for coming on. And thanks again to Joe and Renee. Be sure to check out our other podcasts here at the 31 Flavor Journey. We've already done one. We've got more coming. Keep an eye out. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, as well as check out PJ's Bayou Grind, which is also Joe and Renee's podcast. On the other side, talking about PJ's Coffee, we've got another good one of them coming with the manager of that store as well. So be sure to check that out. Thank you guys so much for listening. Have a great rest of your day.